if someone was saying, what are your tips to building a great offshore team, what would you tell them?
I think the better documented processes you have, the
Yeah.
better it works. And this has been a learning process for us as well, because it has had come with the benefit, I guess, of highlighting some areas in our business where we go, someone might have had that knowledge in their head about how do they perform a particular task, but we may not have actually had that documented in a really clear, easy to reference way. So it's actually kind of driven a different business outcome for us as well around standardization and documentation of what our standard operating procedures should be. But I
Mm.
think the clearer you have that, the better it is. We've been involving our 5 Elk team in the development and updating of those over time. So now for them, it's second nature for them to be in their standard operating process document for whatever they're working on at that particular time. They are now confident enough and skilled enough to be updating it as systems change, and there needs to be an update to the SOP. They're more than capable of updating that along the way. So my biggest tip would be the clearer your processes are, the better it can be. But I wouldn't use that as a hurdle to getting started with using someone like 5Elk. We did not have our standard operating procedures the way that they were 12 months ago when we started. We didn't have them at the current state that they're in. And I wouldn't use that as a stumbling block, because you might find that it actually drives you toward actually doing that work yourself. So rather than waiting until you get to the day of doing your own procedures and policies,
Yeah.
you could flip it on the other way and get someone in and then run it that way.
So true. I think one of the common things that clients say to me about 3 to 4 months in is that, "Ah, I really didn't want to do those videos, Danielle, or I didn't want to do those guides, but outsourcing, they forced me to do this. And now I've
Yeah,
got this great video library and guides in our business, which takes the dependency of any individual that, you become a business that unfortunately, in, the current world, people do come and go. So you're in a position where if you are hiring offshore or onshore, that someone can walk in and have these wonderful tools to make their onboard really easy within the business.